Feel I'm chosen, I'm pressure and I know it. Bitch, I know I can't fold it. That Henny got me flowing, that pressure keep me going. But they love me, I ain't knowing. I just stay focused, I don't know why they think I owe them.
It started as a dream to us, they ain't believing us. Don't know what it mean to us, they always leaving us. I don't think we need love, you don't feel real to us. Cause in the section where I'm from, them hoes set you up.
Alright, let's talk about generational curses, right? And breaking generational curses, right? And I really want to demystify it because I feel like people, when they speak on it or write about it, or even sing about it for that matter, they make it seem like an evil spirit came and put something over their family or something like that and stop their progression or something. As if basically giving control to something outside of yourself. And that's not what this channel about. This channel about you. This channel about empowerment, and this channel about taking accountability. You feel me? So you ain't gonna never hear me talking about this person did that or this person did this. Nah, like it's about you. It's about how you allow it. It's about how you accept it. It's about how you move forward. So let's define what a generational curse is. Here's my definition, right? So a generational curse is nothing more than unhealed wounds passed down. How do they get passed down? They get passed down because the people that have a direct influence over you in your environment, whether that's your community, your household, your teachers, your school, whatever the case may be, because they're unhealed, by default they spill those unhealed wounds over to you by the influences that they have on you, the way they treat you, the things that they show you. You get what I'm saying? It pours into you, right? So moving forward, when you become the one that, and a lot of people like to call themselves the chosen one or the one that's breaking the generational curse, all you doing is addressing all the wounds. You're addressing the wounds within yourself, and what happens is you rewire how that wound came to be. And therefore, you don't pass it on to the people that's in direct connection with you, the people that you have a direct influence on. You begin to see like how maybe your parents or your family members or your teachers, you begin to see how they were wounded and they were unconscious to it or just too lazy to deal with it. And you begin to see like, okay, this person don't really know no better, but you also get to see the ins and the outs of how that became. You could damn near see who wounded them, even if they never told you. You could damn near see how they came to be the type of person they are and had the characteristics that they carry, right? And it unlocked a lot of things in you, but it hurt though, because to heal a generational wound, you got to feel it. Whether you really understand it in the beginning or not, you have to feel it. You got to sleep with it. You got to eat with it. You got to live with it. And once you begin to heal, it's going to be a lot of things that you're going to change. There's going to be a lot of things that you're going to do moving forward, right? That most of those people that help wound you, whether it was consciously or unconsciously, they're not going to be able to understand. They'll 9 times out of 10, they'll reject it. So you'll become a black sheep, an outcast, an outlaw. Because it's the thing. And I went through this too. Like, of course, once you stepping out and broadening your horizons, especially when you've been slept on, right? You want that support. You want people to, especially the people that was close to you and knew you when you was coming up or helped wound you, you want them to see like, yo, look where I'm reaching. Look how far I'm going. But you got to understand this. Because you are a direct reflection of what they won't heal, what they refuse to see, or what they're unconscious of, a lot of times you just become a target or become something that they talk about or brush to the side even further because, like I said, they don't want to address those wounds. They want to act like it was never there. Imagine if the same people that help wound you in whatever way, right? They see you flourishing. They see you doing new things. They see you addressing some of those wounds. They're not going to even want to be in the same circumference with it because it will force them to feel it. It will force them to have to address it. A lot of us are stepping out and doing new things that our family never did. A lot of us are creating businesses, creating relationships and changing the family dynamic and things of that nature, and not allowing that same chain to keep going on. And we got to understand that we can't look backwards for the support that from the same people that put us in that situation. And even if they was to try to support us, they probably can't really fathom what we got going on or what we doing, so it's really kind of void. Gotta let go of trying to be understood by these people. Maybe it's an old friend or old colleague or whatever the case may be. I have people that I'm sure watch videos that I put out, listen to things that I put out, read things that I put out, and they knew me from a different space, so they probably look at it like, oh, you know, whatever they think about you. You gotta be okay with that though. The healing itself should be enough. It should be enough. The new direction your life is going into should be enough. If you still want to prove a point, if you still want to get accolades from these people and get recognition from these people, then you probably not all the way healed yet, and it's cool. A lot of people that you used to be down and out with, they going to do this on, make sure they act like they don't see you on purpose, because they want to feel like they still have an influence over you, or they can affect your life in some type of way, even with their absence. There's a lot of people out there like that, man. So many people that I genuinely helped, that I genuinely used to sit on the phone with for hours and hours and give my precious time to, my knowledge and my wisdom that I gained throughout my life journey for free, just because my heart big and I had compassion for people, and I don't even like people, but I do have compassion for the human condition. You feel me? When I say human condition, I just mean what I said, like the shit that we've been conditioned to care about and put on our priority list. I just feel like it's a condition. So I even look at those people that's throwing stones and throwing rocks, and I just look at like, yo, y'all, it's cool. They don't understand. They can't see. They're not looking at you from healed eyes. They looking at you from a distorted place. And like I said, you have to learn to live with it. You have to learn to be okay with it, because you cannot forfeit your destiny. You can't forfeit what's here for you and your family and the people that's you directly influence. You can't forfeit that over your wounds. You gotta be able to let it go. And not only let it go though, you gotta be able to see the beauty in it. And you're gonna look back, like I promise you, I'll be looking at a lot of people and I'll be like, oh shit, I see, okay, I used to be mad at them, but I see like, nah, they just hurt and they ain't dealing with it. Because I promise you, when you healing and you really getting through it and you really addressing things, a part of it is like you don't even care about that shit no more. Like genuinely don't care. Like genuinely forgive people without even having to say it or anything. You just don't even energetically hold no type of connection with it at all. It just becomes like a lesson. It becomes a part of you. It becomes an understanding. And
Feel I'm chosen, I'm pressure and I know it. Bitch, I know I can't fold it. That Henny got me flowing. That pressure keep me going. But they love me, I ain't knowing. I just stay focused, I don't know why they think I owe them.
It started as a dream to us. They ain't believing us. Don't know what it mean to us. They always leaving us. My own thing, we need love. You don't feel real to us. Cause in the section where I'm from, them hoes set you up.